Alright, kiddios, gather around, cause today we got a do-it-yourself PlayStation VR Glove Controller, new PSVR footage from Blood and Truth, and Beatsaber, all that and more on The Frank Show. What? The Frank Show, come on, The Frank Show. What? The Frank Show, come on, The Frank Show. What? The Frank Show, come on, The Frank Show. It's time for the show. Aloha headsets, Frankie Boy here, and it is time for the PSVR Weekly Update. Now let's jump into it with the games that came out this week. Now first up, we got a surprise game last week, the SEGA Genesis Classics. If you haven't checked it out, you can play tons of original SEGA Genesis games in your own little virtual room, and you can even sit on the ground and play with your controller and look up at the TV. It's awesome. Gotta check it out if you haven't. Also, we got one of my favorite new releases, actually the first game to win a 10 out of 10 in Frank's book. Pixel Ripped is out now. Check it out. Watch my full review if you haven't already. Now the EU also got some new releases that we did not get over here in North America. First up was Thug Life, and honestly, what I've heard is don't grab this one yet. I have not personally had a chance to try it out, but everything I've heard points to it's not ready yet. Now, on top of that one, we also got PIECEFALL, which is a pretty cool student project, extremely cheap, and worth a look at if you like Zen Tennis. I have gameplay up of that one. You can try that out if you'd like. And that was it that came out this week, and a surprise from last week. Now, on to the news. We got some awesome Beatsaber news, which is something I know a lot of you are very interested in. PlayStation Underground, and I'll link the video and all this stuff below, played Beatsaber on PlayStation VR and just filled us in on a little information that we didn't know already. Now, one big thing that I'd heard from the community was they were worried that we wouldn't have the items to dodge in Beatsaber, and this video proved it wrong. He had the items to dodge. Now, another thing that I heard is that people were saying, hey, I bet it's already ready. They're playing it, and I reached out to them. That was the exact same demo build that they'd been showing off at E3, so it's not completely ready yet. It can only be played on a PS4 Pro dev kit or PS4 dev kit, but right now that's all. That's the only thing you can play it on. So for the time being, all we have is this awesome gameplay. But what this gameplay does show us is that PlayStation VR is extremely responsive. I mean, he's slashing away, slicing away, getting them, and it works great, and you get to move around a bit. Now, I think he was trying to restrict himself and stay safe, and that was his first gameplay, but you can really get your arms moving, and the more that you move your arms all the way through is how you get a better score on it. We'll have tons of videos when the game does come out, you guys, but it is great to see people playing Beatsaber on PlayStation VR and seeing that it works and flows so well, and the visuals look, they really do look very nice. Now, on top of that, another game that everybody is interested in and can't wait to get more information about, Blood and Truth. We got some new gameplay in this creator meets creator video. Now, this video is all about just two devs talking, but in the background, they show some new video footage that we've not seen of Blood and Truth, and I like to see more always, and I don't think we have a solid release date yet. I also didn't think we're too far away. Now I'm super excited. What are you guys excited about Blood and Truth? That's what we'll talk about in the comments today. Let me know. What do you want to see in the game? What are you most hyped about? Please, let's talk amongst each other. Now, the big headline grabbing story, the PlayStation VR glove that you can make for yourself at home. Now, some guy started this little glove project where he basically took about a Move controller and attached it to the balls in the place where you're holding it on your hand, and each of your fingers independently can kind of control the buttons, and you can control the T button with your trigger finger, with your trigger finger, which kind of makes it a little bit more of kind of an immersive setup. Now, I understand what he's doing. He's just kind of making it so each of your fingers pulling ends up pushing a button, or you can kind of move around, and he's got a little click of the move button, and it's cool, and it's awesome, and he has actually the directions to Thingiverse if you'd like to make one yourself, but it gets me into thinking, now this is an awesome idea, but it's not really going to do too much immersion for you other than just kind of like a couple finger motions here and there are gonna match up in game, and it's awesome that people are thinking, but I really do want a glove, and I feel like the future of this kind of stuff is going to be like gloves with a suit. But what do you guys think? What do you think about this glove? Do you think they should keep pursuing it? I think they're trying to reach out to people that want to help fund, to build a team, so if you're interested in it, I'll link everything below, but I am not affiliated. I know nothing about about this project. I will not try to make one just because I don't know how to do that stuff. I'm a man that's here to tell you guys. Now, we got some updates. One that everybody's been looking for, waiting for. Now, Rick and Morty updated recently with the click turning, but then a lot of people had issues. They got stuck. They were like, this game is broken, Frankie. What do I do? How do I fix this? They threw up a hotfix today. Well, yesterday, now today. So that should solve most of the issues for right now. I'm sure there's going to be other issues that come up, but at least this time they jumped on it real quick, and they will promise to jump on it again. Dan from Adult Swim left a great response. He's awesome, you guys. Give him a round of applause. He's trying his hardest to get this game working great, and I applaud him for that. Now, also in other news, N-Space, which was that like first-person space shooter kind of story-driven game, has finally gotten an update for PlayStation 4. Well, on August 2nd, it'll be getting that update, which is not far away. What's that? Tomorrow. And they are fixing so many nice things. He was so sorry that he couldn't get that update out earlier, and he promises all future updates will all go out at the same time. Now, they've updated tons of stuff. I got the list up here, and if you guys would like to see all the updates, link is below. Now, they did do the HOTFIX remapping, so it should be much better for those of you that like to use them. And I wish I had a set because it looks really cool. Now, in other news, if you didn't know already, I'm a pretty big fan of Rec Room, and more importantly, Rec Royale. And if you missed it last week, we got squad mode. Yes, 3 versus 3 versus 3 versus whatever that is times 6 squads of 3, 18 players in total on the map, duking it out, taking each other out. Now, when you're away from your partners, you can actually look at your map and see them on the map, which is pretty cool. And when you talk, it goes straight to their walkie-talkie, and nobody else can hear you around you, so you can be a little sneakier. Awesome. I love it. It is so much fun, and I've only been playing with just like subs and random people that we meet in lobbies, and everybody's so cool. And you guys, if you've not tried it out, if you're a big like Battle Royale fan, and you like grouping up with people because you don't want to just play solo, try it out. I promise you, you're going to love it, and you'll make some new friends. Now, one little bit of sour news before we go on to the games that are coming out for next week. Zero Kill. Now, we've been hearing about this one and Alvo for a while. I don't know anything about Alvo. I wish I had more about that one. But Zero Kill, more importantly, they have updated us with a new teaser trailer and a little sour note that it's not coming into PlayStation VR until 2019. Now, they've decided to focus on the PC version a little bit, get that one super tight, and then work on PlayStation VR. I mean, same old story. What are you going to do? I mean, unless they do something stupendous, fantastic, I mean, mind-blowingly awesome, I'm a little nervous that by that point in time in 2019, we're probably going to have some kind of multiplayer first-person shooter. And if the community jumps into that one, we're not just going to jump ship like tomorrow. So whoever is the first dev to come up with this great, solid one on PlayStation VR, don't get me wrong, Farpoint is awesome, Honor and Duty are great, but I'm talking about like full, like on like almost Call of Duty-esque one. The first dev that gets that baby out in there that we all get addicted to it's going to be nuts. And I know a lot of you saying Firewall, and I think Firewall is going to be awesome. I can't wait to play Firewall, but I think end of the day, if they don't update it with more modes other than just to seek and destroy, which, I mean, honestly, I hope that they do. That'll be so awesome. There's going to be a game that comes in. It has all those other modes, and people like other modes. Now, for the games coming out next week, right now, one confirmed, Electronauts. You guys, I put the video up. That's the DJing, dancing, grooving, remixing. Now, this thing is going to have DJ Shadow tracks. It's going to have Tiesto tracks, Chainsmokers tracks. It is not going to have Skrillex tracks. Yeah. And it's going to have, well, like, I think it's like over 40 artists. It's nuts. They have some in-house artists. They got a bunch of famous artists. It's awesome. I love the game. I love playing around with it. If you like making music, if you always wanted to make music, if you always wanted to DJ, you could even throw this on at a party and have people come in and DJ the party, and every single time they play, it sounds awesome. You know, you don't have to have any talent to do it. If you have talent, you can do some crazy stuff with it, but you don't have to have any talent to play and sound awesome, which is nuts. Now, thank you all for coming through, you beautiful, most amazing audience in the world. Give yourselves a round of applause, thumbs up, and if you think I deserve it, then hey, throw me one as well. But more important than all of that is if you want to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Smooches. And another week in the life of PlayStation VR goes by. You like that little ditty at the end? Bonus footage. Bonus footage. Bonus footage. Smudges. Monday through Friday.
Frank Show.
Monday through Friday.
Frank Show. Body on YouTube. Body on Frank Show. Body on YouTube. Body on Frank Show.
And that's how you do an outro.
I know what else to do.